Futurama Bender's Big Score. Released 2007, directed by Dwayne Carey Hill. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. The Muppet Christmas Carol. The Muppet Christmas Carol. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Released 1991, directed by Peter Hewitt. Meet the Robinsons. Meet the Robinsons. Predestination. Released 2014, directed by Michael Spirit, Peter Spirit. Flight of the Navigator. Flight of the Navigator. Philadelphia Experiment. The Philadelphia Experiment. 13 Going on 30. Released 2004, directed by Gary Winnick. The Lake House. About Time. Released 2013, directed by Richard Curtis Moore. About Time, 38 of 125 the greatest date movies of all time, 12 of 54 the best time loop movies. Kate and Leopold. The Final Countdown. The Final Countdown. Idiocracy. Idiocracy. Forever Young. Released 1992, directed by Steve Miner. Scrooged. Released 1988, directed by Richard Donner. Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness. Star Trek Roman 4, The Voyage Home. Released 1986, directed by Leonard Nimoy. Somewhere in Time. The Time Traveler's Wife. Released 2009, directed by Robert Schwent. Source Code. Source Code. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Time Bandits. Released 1981, directed by Terry Gilliam. Deja Vu. Released 2006, directed by Tony Scott Moore. Deja Vu 1949, the very best movies about hackers. 392 of 629, the best black movies ever made. Ranked. Hot Tub Time Machine. Released 2010, directed by Steve Pinkmore. Hot Tub Time Machine, 416 of 925 the all-time greatest comedy films. 217 of 1137 the absolute funniest movies of all time. 24 of 111 the best stoner movies. Timecop. Released 1994, directed by Peter Hyams More Time of 23 of 54 The Best Time Loop Movies 11 of 14 Stupid Action Movies that Are Secretly Brilliant 25 of 44 The Best Guilty Pleasure Comic Book Movies. Donnie Darko. Released 2001, directed by Richard Kelly Moore. Donnie Darko. 36 of 97 The Best Movies to Watch on Mushrooms. 275 of 557 The Greatest Film Scores of All Time. Star Trek First Contact. Released 1996, directed by Jonathan Frakes Moore. Star Trek First Contact. 57 of 186 The Best Alien Movies Ever Made. 40 of 73 The Greatest Movies to Watch Outside. Galaxy Quest. Released 1999, directed by Dean Parasad Moore. Galaxy Quest. 10 small but clever details in Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest is pretty much the best Star Trek movie ever made. The Time Machine. Released 2002, directed by Simon Wells Moore. The Time Machine. 75 of 168 The Best Science Fiction Action Movies. 101 of 154 The Best Dystopian and Near Future Movies. 20 of 30 film versions of the future you'd most want to really happen. It's a Wonderful Life. Released 1946, directed by Frank Capra Moore. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is not the heartwarming movie you remember Ayn Rand trying to convince the US government It's a Wonderful Life was communist propaganda. Star Trek. Released 2009, directed by J. Abrams Moore. Star Trek. The 19 coolest starships in the Star Trek universe. The Lost History of Star Trek. The Beginning, the gritty prequel film that never was. Avengers Endgame. Released 2019, directed by Anthony Russo. Joe Russo Moore. Avengers Endgame. Who was the MVP of Avengers Endgame? 536 of 1540. The most rewatchable movies. 45 of 277. The top tearjerker movies that make men cry. The Butterfly Effect. Released 2004, directed by J. Mackay Gruber, Eric Bressmore. The Butterfly Effect. 47 of 242 The Best Psychological Thrillers of All Time. 335 of 553 The Greatest Epic Movies Ever Made. 3 of 20 Horror Movies that originally had much darker endings. Looper. Released 2012, directed by Ryan Johnson. Minority Report. Released 2002, directed by Steven Spielberg. More. Minority Report. Every Warning. Sci-fi writer Philip K. Dick gave us about technology that is coming true. 291 of 355 The Best Rainy Day Movies. 192 of 480 The Greatest Movies for Guys. The Time Machine. Released 1960, directed by George Palmore. The Time Machine. 4 of 51 The Greatest Classic Sci-Fi Movies. 33 of 46 The Coolest Fictional Objects You Most Want to Own. Interstellar. Released 2014, directed by Christopher Nolan. X-Men: Days of Future Past. Released 2014, directed by Bryan Singer Moore. X-Men Days of Future Past, small but interesting details from X-Men Days of Future Past, 38 of 177, the greatest comic book movies of all time. Planet of the Apes. Released 1968, directed by Franklin J. Schaffner. Moore. Planet of the Apes, 11 of 24, the best movies with twist endings, 17 of 317, the greatest disaster movies of all time, 4 of 13, the 13 most influential plot twists in cinema history. Frequency. Released 2000, directed by Gregory Hoblit. Moore. Frequency 146 of 199, the biggest tearjerker movies of all time, 39 of 70, 25 plus great movies that have a ticking clock. Edge of Tomorrow. Released 2014, directed by Doug Liman. Back to the Future Part Roman 3. Released 1990, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Released 1989, directed by Stephen Moore. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, small but accurate details in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 49 of 541, the greatest guilty pleasure movies. 12 Monkeys. Released 1995, directed by Terry Gilliam. Groundhog Day. Released 1993, directed by Harold Ramis. Moore. Groundhog Day, 266 of 836, the greatest chick flicks ever made, 38 of 152 movies that should never be remade. Back to the Future Part Roman 2. Released 1989, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Moore. Back to the Future Part Roman 2. When Back to the Future Roman 2 recreated Crispin Glover's face, he took the studio to court 27 of 314, the funniest 80s movies. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Released 1991, directed by James Cameron. Moore. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 103 of 1189, every Oscar-winning film ever, 11 of 50, the 50 highest grossing 90s movies, ranked. The Terminator. The Terminator. Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.